Check this out. The tiny house movement has reached the north end of Halifax thanks to a local woman who's fulfilling her dream.
JESSIE LITVIN is building her tiny house on a limited budget and a lot of sweat equity. CTV's Ron Shaw takes us on a tour.
JESSIE LITVIN doesn't back away from challenges. She's worked as a translator in Tibet and India and is an experienced dance teacher. But JESSIE admits to being a little scared when she began building her own home. Plan A was to build an earth house.
Ramming earth into tires, and the only thing about that is that you need a piece of land and you need some money.
JESSIE didn't have enough money for Plan A, so she turned to Plan B, building a tiny house on a trailer frame. Including the loft, it's just under 200 square feet. She's working with environmentally friendly materials as much as possible, including the insulation.
It's sheep's wool treated with borax to make it fire retardant and pest resistant.
She's reusing wood from a century-old house. The tiny wood stove was made in the UK. It's called, appropriately, the Hobbit model.
I also love small spaces. I love building things. I love innovation and finding solutions to environmental problems through design.
It means making furniture with multiple purposes.
It's also a pull-out bed, but it's just, let me just see what it's on.
And being willing to experiment. She looked at many designs before deciding she needed to design her own house around her own needs. Friends were consulted on their expertise with plumbing and electrical work. Over my right shoulder, a house that will cost $30,000 at most. Over my left, condos that will cost 10 times as much, plus fees. Building a house on wheels has certain advantages.
Because it's on wheels, it's not necessary to have a building permit.
Her design includes solar panels, a composting toilet, rainwater collection, and the ability to be off-grid for extended periods. She still doesn't know where she will eventually place her tiny house. That's when she'll have to consult with city planning.
We have 22 land use bylaws throughout the municipality, so it would really depend upon the area in which you live, whether or not you could put one there.
LITVIN says she hopes future planning decisions will take the need for tiny houses into account.
A lot of the way that we build houses is inherited from, certain European trends, from hundreds of years ago, which don't really apply now.
With big windows, she hopes to eventually move somewhere green and beautiful. She expects to finish her tiny house in a couple of months. Ron Shaw, CTV News, Halifax.